Okay.
Yeah, what we have covered? We covered just IPv4, right? Okay, no problem. I have previous recorded as well. Yeah, IPv4. Thank you for. It's a 32-bit binary, which is either 0 or even 1. And this IPv4, a 32-bit 0 or 1 combination, will be written in the form of decimal value, the decimal value in between 0 to 9, and with a 4 octet. With a 4 octet. What is octet? Octet is 0 to 7, which means 8 numbers. Okay, and this bits either 0 or 1, a 1 bit is either it could be 0 or 1. When you have a 4 bits, we call it as a 1 nibble. And when you have a 8 bits, we call it as a 1 KB. Then all with the form of 1024. Sorry, this is 1 bytes. Then all further communication with the 1024, example, 1024 bytes is called 1 KB kilobytes. Then 1024 KB called 1 MB. Then 1024 MB is equal to what is next? One GB. It will go in the form of this way. But now we'll write the IP address. As I said, we have 32 bits. I have to write a 32 bits value 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. How many it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. When you have a 0 to 7, 8 combination, what we call octet. So every after 8 bits, we put one dot, the next 8 bit, then dot, then dot. So we have a 3, then again we have one more. Okay, so which is equivalent to 32. Okay, this starts with a 0 and end with 1, 1, 1. And any combination in between 0 to 1, like a 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, any combination is a respective IP address. By the way, we cannot write any IP address in the form of binary directly. Therefore, the IPv4 address from the binary converting into decimal. What is decimal? 0 to 9 values. Okay. So now, how do I can convert my decimal binary number into a decimal format? Therefore, we have some set of calculation. Let's say the binary is a 2 number, 0 or 1. That's why we call it as a 2 raised to 0. So 2 is the base 2, base. And this is for binary. And for the octet is a total 0 to 7 number. That's why we call it as a base 8, which is 2 raised to 8. We have a decimal number, which is 0 to 9, which is total 10 number. That's why we call it as a base 10, which means 2 raised to 10. Now we're talking about 0 or 1 combination, which is base 2. That's why we always say 2 raised to 0. So here, we have 8 values, 3, 6, and 8. This X could be 0 or 1. And it will always start from this side. We call it as 2 as a base. Then the first number starts with a 0, so this is called 2 raised to 0. Then what it could be? 2 raised to 1. Why 2 raised to 1? Because the 2 is, the binary is 0 or 1. That's why we put 2 raised to 1. Then everything will go in the form of double. What is double? 2 raised to 2. Then what is the double of 2? 2 raised to 4. Then 2 raised to 8. Double of the 4. 2 raised to 16. Sorry, 2 raised to, yes, 16. Then 2 raised to 32. 2 raised to 64. It will go in the form of double. So when you having your binary number converting into a decimal, the easiest way for identifying the value of your 2 raised values. Example, 2 raised to 1, which means 2 into 1, right? What about 2 raised to 2? Yeah.
One confusion. We can do calculation like 2 to the power of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6, right? We can calculate like that. 2 to the power of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mm,
5, 6, 7. The value will be same. 2 to the power of 7 means 64, right?
yes, we can do that. There are two way, which is the easiest way we can calculate in that. So let's say example, you will have a value your bits 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0, 8, which is called 0. Okay. And you will have the value for 0, 1, 1, 1, then 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Here we will calculate with 2 raised to 7 and 2 raised to 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when you have 2 raised to 0, which is generally called, we can call as a 0. When you have a 2 raised to 7, we have to calculate 2 to the power of 7 times. Okay. So let's say example, if I'm talking about 2 raised to 4, then I have to calculate 2, 2, 2, 2. If I have a 2 raised to 2, then I have to calculate 2 to the 2 power. If I have a 2 into 1, we have to calculate 2 raised to 1. Give me a second. Can you see the screen? Here you can see the bits and bytes combination of values. Okay, I hope you have already received this document. Just go through it. Then yeah, here you can see in detail about it. This is what we're going to discuss about. 2 raised to 0, 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, which you have 2 raised to the 4. 64, 128. Okay, so when you have 2 raised to 6, this is called 64. Okay, and this could be any combination, 0 or 1. So in shortly, let's you have 3 bits for conversation. So it starts with a 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, and 2 raised to 2. If you have a 4 bits to convert, it starts with a 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, and 2 raised to 3. Generally, we can say that it could be either 0 or 1, which is 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, and 2 raised to 3. So 2 raised to 0, let's say 2 raised to 1 in the sense 2 into 1 is 2 raised to 2 in the sense 2 into 2. 2 raised to 3 in the sense 2 into 2 into 2. Let's say 2 into 1 is 2. 2 raised to 0 always 0. Then 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 3, which is 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. This will be follow in this way. Next, 2 raised to 4. 4 times of 2, which is 16. So the bottom line will increase the double size of the value. So this one, 2 raised to 5, is called 32. Yeah, any value in considered as a ratio with a 0 is called 0. Now, let's say I have 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. When you calculating the value, wherever it 0, it becomes 0. 0, 0. Wherever it is 1, have to calculate the respective outcome. Like if this is 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 6. To 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 3 is 8. So this is 8, 16, 32, 64. You have to add the value. Like if I could write 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3 something. So this all will become 0, and the 2 raised to 1, which is equivalent to 2, is become 2. So the outcome is 2. So when you writing an IPv4 address, the all 0, 4, 4 will become 0. The all 1 will become add, this is 2 raised to 7, which is 128, then 64, then 32, then 16, all will be adding the end, which is plus adding to the all value will become output as 255. That's why the IP address always starts with a 0 to, let's say this is 2 raised to 0 will become 16, then 8, 4, 2. Yes, this is 1. So become 255. So the combination of all the IP address is always with 0, 0, 0, 0. So there is a dot in between. Then 255, 255, 255, 255. This is the total IP address. So when you have all the IP address in this format, the total IP address is 0 to 255, 256. In this 256, 0 reserved, 255 reserved. So what is available IP? 12254. So you always, your available IP address for any of your octet, you have a 4 octet, any of octet would be 254. Then this 1 to 254 IP address of any of your octet, you cannot write directly. Okay, that's why they defined, who defined? IANA is an IP forming team. IANA has defined a class level addresses, class A, B, C, D, and E. And you have a 4-octet. Keep in mind, this A, B, C, D, E classification only applicable in your first octet. Only in your first octet. Okay. The second, third, and fourth octet, you can write anything in between 1 to 254. Example, the class A IP 1 to 127. 127 is reserved for some other purpose. So availability until 126. So now, as I said, you have a 4-octet. And all the 4 octets, you can write anything between 1 to 254. So let's say if I start with a 1, 1, 1, 1. The first octet in class A is from 1 to 127. So this is under class A. So this IP, we call it as a class A IP. And class B start from 128 to 191. So instead of 1 in first octet, if I write, let's say 150, 111, this belongs to class B. So this IP address is called class B IP. I'm just giving a small idea, okay? So we have a detailed discussion about each classes. Fine. The time is over somehow and it's about to 10 o'clock, okay? The next class is on next Tuesday at 8:30, okay? The next class directly we can talk about only IPv4, okay? So do not get any confused. I'll clear it out all your concerns and doubts. And we can do a small lab on next session. Meanwhile, I'll send you the respective software for installation and give you guidance how to do it. Okay, and the first octet 2 raised to 0, which is 1, not 0. Okay, any doubts? You can put your doubt in to me so that I can even clarify it to you.